All right, so today we're going to do a home inspection. My client bought a house a couple of days ago, and part of that condition is condition on a home inspection. Now, I'll set it up a little bit because there are some things you should know as a buyer about doing home inspections, and I think it'll be really cool to see it. So first off, I'm going to get the door open, and we're going to get started. So I met the home inspector outside. My client's actually not here yet, but right away, the first thing is we can't open the garage, and I don't believe there's a garage door opener. So we're just gonna look and see if there's a key stashed here somewhere. A lot of times it's in drawers. So first off, I need to call the agent, and since I'm shooting with my phone, we'll take a little quick break and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so I just got off the phone with the agent, and right away we already have a home inspection problem that's quite common. The seller has not left a key to the garage, so it's locked, and obviously the home inspector wants to get in there to take a look. The other agent's calling his client, and hopefully he's able to come with a key so we can do a proper inspection, see everything to do with the house. If not, we'll have to deal with that another way, but hopefully we don't have to go there at this point. Okay guys, I'm here with Vahn Balabanian of Solex Group Home Inspections, and what he's doing right now is he's putting a camera on a pole in order to see the roof from the angles that you can't see from the street, because it's February and it's probably a little dangerous to be climbing up on a roof with all this ice that we've got lately. So Vahn, that's quite the rig you've designed.
Yeah. It's a carbon fiber pole, super light.
Okay.
Goes up to 40 feet.
Nice.
Under 10 pounds. And it's great for winter times like this where the ground is very slippery.
Yeah, you don't want to be going on the roof right now.
You can't go on roofs in this type of weather.
Yeah,
so
100%.
This is a great way to get... Obviously, there are some snow and ice cover up there, but we're going to be able to get a view of whatever we can see.
You got it hooked up to a video camera, and then you have an iPhone that you can watch from there?
Yeah, most digital cameras these days come with Wi-Fi built in. So basically, Wi-Fi connection down to any smartphone or tablet, and you can fully control the camera right from your smartphone.
Wicked.
Yeah, you can even zoom in on various areas, snap photos, video.
This is quite cool. Vahn is outside. He just did his telescopic thing on the roof. I'm sitting on the couch here and staying out of the way. What I want to say about home inspections is really a couple of things we're having a home inspection for. So number one, we already took a quick look at the home. We know the age of the home. We're looking for major things that could possibly affect the home that's going to cost the homeowner thousands of dollars. Now, I'm going to guarantee Vahn is a good home inspector. He will find minor issues with this house, but what we're really looking after are big ticket items, things we couldn't see during the home inspection. Give you an example. The attic. We can't see in the attic. We don't look in attics when we look at houses to buy them. Also in the basement, we look for signs of water, anything like leaking. That can be a huge problem here in Mississauga. So Vahn will be able to take a closer look and see if there's any evidence that there's any water seepage, anything like that. So hopefully everything goes well on this home inspection. Philip's happy, and he's ready to go ahead with the purchase. Now, when you're looking at houses, one quick tip that I love to always look at are the insides of the windows. A lot of times there'll be a date stamp on when the window was actually manufactured. So in this case, I can see right here, this window is looking 1998. So one of the things we need a home inspector for is looking in the attic, because there's no way we can see inside the attic when we're looking at a house. Now, when you're looking at a house and you're thinking of buying it, we're going to have the attic checked, and what the inspector is looking for obviously is any sign of leaks, but also any sign of restricted airflow, which could cause mold and things like that, or any structural damage. A lot of problems we find in houses that are not brand new is not enough insulation. Actually, there's almost never enough insulation. It's not a big deal. You can get it blown in another time. Also, sometimes over time, the insulation will settle and cover the soffits, which allow air into the roof. Or attic, sorry. So a lot of times you can get baffles. They're pretty cheap, and you can install them, and that creates a room for the air to come through, and it doesn't allow the insulation to block it. So those are a lot of the problems we see in houses that are in the 20-year-old range. Another thing, when you are looking at a house, you can do yourself without a home inspector is when you're looking in the rooms that are above the attic, make sure to look at the ceiling really well. Look for any signs of water staining, any evidence that water's leaked through. A lot of times, a lot of the due diligence you can do ahead of time. That way you can get the inspector to look at the things that really count, the things that we can't see. How'd we make out? Not bad. One tip about a home inspection, when you're a home buyer It might be tempting. A lot of real estate agents will sometimes pay for your home inspection, offer to pay for your home inspection. Home inspection should be at arm's length from your realtor. And the simple reason is this: your realtor's there to sell the home. However, you need an independent opinion when you're looking at getting a home inspection. I personally won't do it because I just see it as a conflict of interest. If an agent and a home inspector have that type of relationship, it just opens up the possibility that, you know, maybe someone misses something in order to get the deal done. So what I always say is always pay for your own home inspection, get an independent home inspection, because this is the point where you need another set of eyes that is not tied to whether the house sells or not. This, my friends, is not how you do home staging, okay? Just to let you know. So now we're doing the thermal scan.
Yeah.
So what are we looking for here?
We're looking for any anomalies, meaning any unusual color patterns, which could indicate an issue, such as missing insulation, damp surfaces from roof leaks, wall leaks, plumbing leaks. We're checking to make sure the heating works.
Yep.
Okay, you can see the heat register is bright in color. It's at about 31 Celsius.
So do you do this throughout the whole house?
Yeah, we'll go through the whole house.
So there you go. There's a home inspection. Special thanks to Vahn from Solex Group for letting me do a little bit of shooting there. He was really helpful in explaining a couple of things, especially loved the thermal camera. With this house, no big surprises. It's pretty typical for a 20-year-old house, original owner, needs some maintenance issues. At this point in the game, Philip's going to wait for the report, and we're going to go back to the owner and ask them to fix a couple of minor issues we found in the house. Now, just as an FYI, when you do a home inspection as a buyer, at the end of the inspection, you really only have three choices. Number one, you accept the house as it is, you waive your condition, and you move on with the sale. Number two, if there's really a lot of problems with the home, then you can back out of the deal as long as the condition is written that way in the agreement. Or number three, you can go back to the owner and have them fix issues or maybe make some financial concessions in order for you to fix them yourself. At the end of the day, as a buyer, you need to be comfortable with the home, but at the same time, you have to realize all homes will have minor issues, and that's fine as long as you're prepared for them and you understand the cost of owning the home and the cost of making it what you want. Well, there you have it. I'm Jeff O'Leary, the Village Guru. You just watched us do a home inspection. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, always feel free to call or email. Have yourself a great day.